Hi everyone, my name is The Mercy and I'm here making this video to share with you guys my experience from the orphanage to the transition with my parents in to the YES organization. I am a representative of YES from the mentoring program and I was born from Grenada, 2 hours driving from Port-au-Prince. I can say that I was born fatherless. I have never met him, not even in a picture. Because of the living situation, my mother thought in her mind he was better sending me to the orphanage. At the beginning, it was heaven on earth. We got treated like princes and princesses, but unfortunately, it didn't last long. As all of you know, that one of the biggest enemies we have as human beings is cupidity. We were one of the orphanages that have had the most support in all of the orphanages in Grenada. And I have two reasons to say that. First of all, I was the oldest in the orphanage at that time. Second, I was the first who was able to understand English. You guys would think he would be we would be we would have the most comfort when we have had the most support. But sorry, it was totally the opposite. Everyone will think when we have the most support was when we were supposed to be treated better. No, it was totally opposite. How was for them the opportunity to make money? Every Saturday we have had a group of UN team coming in with food and other stuff such as food, shoes, etc. But they sold them to get money. From there, we started being mistreated, got beaten, knowing angriness, staying barefoot, not because the things were not there, but because they thought we did not deserve them. Perhaps I can tell. How do I know that things were there? Every time we would have teams coming in, we have been taking good care and looking good so the team, the missionaries, or the social workers would know that we are being taking good care. We have learned to lie and cover their back, being tortured, being beaten, and threatened. Even though we were suffering, we could not express our real feeling or express our burden to anyone because our impressions were their privileges. I remember that one time we got sent home from school. There was a team there. I remember watching them in the eye, look at them lying to the head of the mission trip. Whew, I can say there started to create angers inside of me and started can't trust anybody. I don't know anyone I would ever trust by that time. It was hurt feeling surrounding with lies and was so painful. I remember after leaving the orphanage, I was so much struggle with anger. It was so painful feeling even my mom would lie to me. The worst thing was leaving the orphanage to a brand new world where I had no idea of where I was. Could not trust my own biological sisters and my closest friend. I thought my whole surrounding was on my back. I could not hold a relationship. They would say one thing, I will think and believe one thing. The orphanage have been taught us to not express our real feelings. And this was still a routine for me. But it was looking normal. One of the reasons I can say it was normal because when I get to leave the orphanage, starting a relationship with my family, I got to tell you, Haiti is not just a country. When I first got out from the orphanage, I can tell you it was a brand new whole world. When I joined, yes, I was confused, angered, traumatized. because I was abused either mentally or physically when I was in the orphanage. I could still feel those pain sometimes, or I would say every time I feel that someone is lying to me. I was still in the orphanage in my mind, but my mentor Beth over being patient with me and uses the most adequate skills to help find my identity. People were able to see good throughout of me, but all I've seen was a piece of a stinky meat. Sorry for that sentence, but that was exactly the word the director of the orphanage, whom was also my godmother, used to say to me. It is sometimes hard to believe that I leave those things behind, but I can now feel the changes when I compared myself with the boys I grew up with in the orphanage who missed the privileges of being with yes, where there was intense traumas counseling and some people who abandoned their lives to take our burdens on their shoulders, make us feel into a will and a loving family. That is how I realized that kids don't really need a physical comfort, but a surrounding of love and attention. I have always loved and believed in God, and this is why I can say I was hand selected to join or to enjoy the privileges of having a mentor to help me dealing with my traumas and my angers, and also provide life skills. And this is why I am also dedicating my life to those kids whom are in situations where they need someone to be there, listen to them, and encouraging them, and also help them to discover the real Haiti. Also, how you are able to have the mercy to share this video with you and my experiences with in the orphanage. Trust me, it was not fun going back. I started getting very sad when I started writing those thoughts. But it is also good speaking them out loud and tell others how they can change the situation of the kids in the orphanages. Thank you for watching my video. Enjoy.